So tell me something. When is the last time you saw a 2,000-year-old soldier roaming around? My guess would be never. And if that's the case, then we need to have a very uncomfortable conversation about Bible prophecy. Because Yahusha made promises to people standing directly in front of him. And somehow we have been taught those promises were actually about people living 2,000 years later. Start with Matthew 16, verses 27 through 28. Yahusha tells his disciples, the Son of Man is going to come in his kingdom. And then he says, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Standing where? There. Who was standing there? His disciples. So ask yourself, if he meant people 2,000 years later, why did he say some standing here? Now go to Matthew chapter 24. His disciples ask him about the destruction of the temple and his coming. And Yahusha tells them, you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. They will deliver you up to tribulation. When you see the abomination of desolation, when you see all these things. Imagine being one of those disciples. You're looking straight at Yahusha in the face, and he's saying, you. But he actually means people born thousands of years after you're dead. And then he gives the statement that changes everything. Matthew 24:34. This generation will not pass away until all these things take place. Mark records it in Mark 13:30. Luke records it in Luke 21:32. 3 gospel accounts, same basic statement, this generation. So why do we automatically change it to a generation 2,000 years from now? It gets even harder to ignore with Matthew 10:23. Yahusha sends his disciples out and tells them, you will not have gone through all the towns of Israel before the Son of Man comes. Again, who is you? The disciples standing there or us? Then look at Matthew 26:64. Speaking to the high priest, Yahusha says, you will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven. Wait, you will see? Was Yahusha talking to that man or someone living thousands of years later? Now open Revelation 1:1. These are things which must soon take place. Revelation 1:3, the time is near. Revelation 22:6, these things must soon take place. Revelation 22:10, do not seal up the words of the prophecy of this book, for the time is near. Compare that with Daniel 12:4. Daniel is told, seal the book until the time of the end. Daniel's prophecy gets sealed. Revelation says, don't seal it. Why? The time is near. And here's where the 2,000-year-old soldier comes in. Revelation 1:7, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him. Who pierced Yahusha? First century Roman soldiers. So if Revelation 1:7 still hasn't happened, we've got a problem. Because unless there's a Roman soldier somewhere who's pushing 2,000 years old, maybe we've misunderstood what Yahusha meant by his coming. And scripture already uses this kind of language for divine judgment. Isaiah 19:1 says Yahuwah rides on a swift cloud and comes to Egypt. Did Yahuwah physically ride a cloud into Egypt, or is it a prophetic language describing divine judgment? So what if we've been taught to interpret Yahusha's coming on the clouds differently than the Hebrew prophetic language his disciples already knew? Now put it all together. Some standing here, you will see when you see this generation must soon take place. Time is near, even those who pierced him. At what point do we stop moving the audience 2,000 years into the future? I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm asking you to read Yahusha's words as if you were one of the people standing in front of him. Then ask yourself one question. Who did Yahusha say would see these things? Follow Remember the Rain, because we're going back to the scriptures and questioning the timeline we've inherited.